I was started to be introduced as my husband's wife, and that really started to grate on me.
So when you did start it, what was the motivation? Was it just simply a byproduct of the fact that you couldn't find the drinks you wanted and you thought you'd go and solve your own problem, or was there a more grander business plan there?
I would say not in the first 12 months, truly. In the first 6 to 12 months, no. I think there were two. One is a personal reason where I've just had enough of being a stay-at-home mum. And particularly because we moved to Dubai, you know, something started to happen which really annoyed me every time we were going out. I was started to be introduced as my husband's wife, and that really started to grate on me. That anywhere we went, I would always be introduced as, this is so-and-so's wife. Hi, meet so-and-so, and this is his wife. Hi. It's almost like I started losing my own identity in the business circles that, you know, I was so used to being part in the UK. And that didn't sit well with me. I was a mum of 2 girls, a third one on the way. From the feminist perspective, that's the last thing I wanted to do, is to have my young daughters see me as my husband's wife, you know, and my husband is very successful in his own right. He's well known in his industry. He's an industry leader. He's a philanthropist. He's older than me, so he's done his part. He's achieved his kind of business goals. And the last thing I wanted is my children to see me as a younger trophy wife who was daddy's wife, who was Patrick's wife. And that didn't sit well with me at all. So I think that was from the personal reason. And I think back then I didn't realize how powerful that was, because when things got hard in the 2-3 years when I started doing dry, I'd always find myself coming back to that why. So I think that was a lot more powerful than I initially gave it credit. And secondly, I was my own frustrated consumer, and I genuinely believed that the reason the supply demand nobody was talking about it, no distributor was looking into non-alc, because nobody was able to understand the real demand in the market, but because there was zero supply of the products that I wanted to bring into the market. I'm not talking about really rubbishy malt beverages that were selling for 5 dirhams a bottle. I'm not talking about grape juices in a champagne style bottle. I'm talking about really great, sophisticated non-alc alternatives for adults, and nobody was looking into it. Therefore, everybody had this misconception that the demand wasn't there. And when we launched our website, so I started the company in February 2020. It took us probably 6 to 9 months to get our things in gear, get the products.
And you say us, was it just you? Did you have any partners, investors?
Yeah, I made a really smart choice, and I found a co-founder from day one. She is, I talk about her very rarely because she's our silent assassin. She's the brain behind the business in terms of the e-commerce. She's ex-Deloitte. She was one of the leading teams on Deloitte who took Selfridge's John Lewis online in the UK. So I went to an industry pro and I said, look, I have this idea. The business was meant to be just e-commerce at that moment in time. And I said, come on board. We can do this really well together.